Hey everyone. Today we're going to pull back the curtain on two commands that are, and I'm not exaggerating here, the secret engine behind so much of the internet. They're simple, they're powerful, and they're everywhere. Let's dive in.
So, picture this. You've got two files. Maybe it's two versions of your code. Maybe it's a couple of configuration files. They look almost the same, but they're not. There are tiny, crucial differences hidden in there somewhere. So how do you find them? How do you do it fast and without missing anything? It's a problem we all face.
I mean, just look at these two. At a quick glance, they're identical. But if you look really close, you might spot that a word is different here, or a whole line is gone over there. Trying to catch all of that by just staring at it? It's slow. You're gonna make mistakes. There's gotta be a better way. And of course, there is. And that better way starts with our first tool. I want you to think of it like a detective. Its whole job, its only job, is to hunt down every single difference, no matter how tiny. And its name is Diff.
So what exactly is Diff? Well, it's a command line utility that does one single thing absolutely perfectly. It takes two files, compares them line by line, and then spits out a super clear report on what's been added, what's been removed, or what's been changed. That's it. Simple, fast, and unbelievably precise.
Now check this out. This is what happens when you run it. You type diff-u, file1.txt, file2.txt, and boom, you get this incredibly clear story of what changed. It's so intuitive, right? Any line that got taken out of the first file shows up with a minus sign, and any line that was added to the second file, it gets a plus sign. It's just a perfect, easy-to-read summary of every single change.
Okay, so finding the differences is awesome, but that's only half the story. What if you actually want to use those changes to update another file? Well, for that, our detective needs a partner. It needs a surgeon, and that surgeon's name is Patch.
And this is where you see how beautifully they work together. It's this elegant two-step dance. First, you use Diff to create a special file that contains only the changes. We call that a patch file. Then, you just hand that little patch file over to the patch command. It reads the instructions in the file and performs this kind of digital surgery, transforming the old file into the new one. Just like that. It seriously feels like magic.
So right about now, you're probably thinking, okay, cool trick for a couple of text files, but what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that this simple little mechanism, it's one of the absolute cornerstones of modern software development. Its impact is, well, it's massive.
See, this is so much more than just a convenience. The idea of putting just the changes into a tiny separate file, a patch, that was revolutionary. Because now that patch file is super small and easy to send around. It's also a perfect record of exactly what was modified. This whole concept is what allows thousands of people to collaborate on the same giant project without stepping on each other's toes. It's the core idea behind version control systems you've probably heard of, like Git.
And this is the punchline. This exact diff and patch method, this is how one of the most complex, most important software projects on the entire planet gets built and updated. The Linux kernel. Literally thousands of developers from all over the world submit their work as patch files. So yeah, this isn't just a neat trick. This simple tool scales to manage almost unbelievable complexity. Which brings us right here. Just by understanding this simple workflow, you now get a fundamental process that holds up so much of our digital world. It's really no exaggeration. You now know two of the most important and impactful commands for working with text that even exist.
So, we'll leave you with this. You've just learned the secret handshake, the core technique used by the people building the world's biggest and most important software. You get the detective and the surgeon. You're in on the secret. So, what are you going to build with it?